Welcome to the Real Board Loft. I'm Trip Forman. We got Dawson with us. Dawson, welcome.
Thank you.
And we are here to talk with you about the JS Xero Gravity. Xero Gravity fits in the JS line, performance shortboard for better waves. Dawson's telling us anything like chest high and up. I'm sure it works in smaller waves as well. But yeah, let's dig into it and talk about the Xero Gravity.
So this board is 5'8" by 18 3/4 by 2 5/16 thick. Automatically when I jumped on this thing, I think it was summertime, I was wearing baggies on the top, and I think we had like a little hurricane swell, and it was like just the perfect little chest, head high.
Yep.
Really crumbly, super performance type waves, and this thing was working really good for airs, turns, speed. I think I had that day, I had the large Gabriel Medina's in that day, and everything just went from day one.
Right, right. And that was north of town, yeah? Or north of some, it was north of some town.
Yeah.
North of some town. North of one of the towns.
Yeah.
One of the towns here. What is it that you like about this board?
Super high performance.
Yeah?
Yeah, really high performance. Like it just stuck to my feet. Like,
fast rail to rail,
yeah.
super fast down the line, like
the
really,
top was insane.
really reactive.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think the wave range is on this one, on the Xero Gravity?
I would say, you know, stomach high to a foot or two overhead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'll go below chest high and still
it will,
perform.
for sure, because it has that wide point a little further up. It's not so narrowed out.
Okay.
And the rocker is like, you know, that medium rocker, not super rockered out, but not super flat, so it can still hold up to that bigger surf.
So it's not just for better waves then?
No,
like
yeah.
kind of we introed being like, hey, it's chest high, but it's like you could ride this thing pretty much, I mean, unless it's like super grovel.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. What about in better surf?
Yeah, it gets barreled.
Yeah?
Yeah, better surf for sure. Just feel like it had that spring to it, that reacted, or that everyone wants to feel. So I really fell in love with this board. It's kind of like my one I'm kind of saving, you know, for those better days.
Okay. Are you riding larges in this all the time, or are you doing your like large medium mix?
Yeah, exactly. Just because the waves have been kind of small, and the day I surfed, it was chest high, so I threw the larges in.
Okay.
You know, the wave was pretty gutless, but still had some rail to the wave where you can still release and this and that. So it was going down the line so fast and reacted really well.
And so your strategy on the fins on this board as well is like large fins in the smaller waves, or if they just don't have as much punch.
Exactly.
And then medium waves like when it picks up.
Yeah.
What about people coming up into shortboards? Like if you're working in the loft and somebody's asking about this board, who are you pointing to it? And then who are you kind of shying away from it?
Yeah, first I asked the people, you know, what they're riding now, you know, if they're riding some kind of groveler board, you know, because this thing's not super narrow. It still has some girth, some hidden volume here.
Yeah.
So it just asks them what they're riding. If they're riding, they want to go really high performance, this is a good one because it still has some hidden volume here.
Yep.
But if they're trying to steer away from that, I'll, you know, set them up with something else. But if you're trying to get a high performance shortboard, this is definitely a good one.
That's a good one to get, yeah.
For sure.
Awesome. Dawson, thank you so much. It's the JS Xero Gravity. If any of you out there have any questions on the Xero Gravity or would like to order one, either stock or custom, you can always reach us at the shop, 252-987-6000, or look us up online, realwatersports.com/surfing. Thanks for tuning in.